this video is a little different. It's got a lot of stuff in it. And I don't know how long it'll take me to do this, but... Okay, Father created Adam in his image. Okay? People don't understand that he created the earth. He gave the earth its own voice to call out to him and to hear him. So when he spoke, let us make man in our own image, he was speaking to the earth. Okay? To have flesh and to have a spirit of the Most High. And he breathed life into Adam. And he created him that way. And is the angel of the presence of the Most High. The high, holy, the angel, the pillar of fire. This one is who was used, and that's important. So it was 3 of them. And then he split his image up. He took the ribs from Adam and created Eve. So the moment he split Adam up, Adam was no longer in his image. But rather, Adam and Eve was in his image. And he gave certain things to Adam and certain attributes to Eve. He caused man to lust and women to desire. Men to lust after woman, woman to desire man. Or Adam. Everything is physical and spiritual. Everything. Everything. So man represents the Torah. And Eve, woman, represents wisdom. Okay. The Torah lusts after wisdom, and the wisdom desires lust. Because when they do that, man lusts after woman, woman desires him, a child is born. Okay? Okay. Adam represents, and the Torah represents, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And he said if they had only taken again from the tree of life, which is hidden, they would have lived forever. Because the tree of life is the wisdom, and the wisdom works with the Torah to bring forth the angel of the presence of the Most High. It must come together to bring the angel of the presence of the Most High to man, so that the Moshiach can be born. So Moshe, he had the Torah, and he also had wisdom, but it was Solomon that when he read Torah, he saw the wisdom in it, and that is why he wrote his writings that he wrote, which is very important. See, these 7 spirits, the angel of the presence of the Most High, is his glory. It's Father's glory, and he created all things for his glory. That's very important. Everything was created for his glory, okay? And if you look for his glory in all things, you have the wisdom, you will understand. But what you don't see is their roots are intertwined under the ground. The tree of the knowledge of good and evil and the tree of life, wisdom and Torah, their roots are intertwined. That's why Solomon was able to see the wisdom of the Most High in Torah and bring forth the writings he brought forth, because he could see they were intertwined, and he brought forth the writings. When he asked Father, and he said to Yahweh, he said, give me wisdom the Father offered him wisdom or wealth. He asked for wisdom, okay, to be able to guide his people. And because he asked the right question, or asked for the right thing, Father gave him both wisdom and wealth, okay? Because the seven spirits is his glory, and the only way to get to his glory is through wisdom. So we are in a place where men lust after Father, but don't realize until they desire wisdom, until they lust wisdom and bring forth and wisdom, because wisdom always is submissive to Torah, right? Wisdom is always submissive. That's why Father did that way. It was representative, you know. So Eve desires, he lusts women, and the spiritual is the same. The wisdom desires the Torah lusts for wisdom. And if you lust for wisdom and desire that desires you already, wisdom desires Torah already, okay? And when you, to activate wisdom, you have to seek Yahweh first. You have to seek him. In order to activate wisdom, you have to seek him. So everyone is full of Torah, leavened Torah at that. But if you seek him with all of your heart and all of your soul and all of your mind, as he said, if you seek Father, he will release the wisdom to you. When he releases that wisdom, then Torah and wisdom will come back together as one into the original Adam. He's already set it up in the physical. The original Adam is already in the physical. Now we must bring the spiritual Adam, wisdom and Torah, back together. And if we do that, then he will allow wisdom to let you suck off of her tips. I know that sounds, but Song of Solomon is so graphic, isn't it? But you'll be able to suck off of her tips. And when that happens, and you bring it together, he will bring the spiritual and the physical together. The spiritual comes together to the physical, and he will put, and because I have done this on behalf of Jacob, okay, the physical and spiritual is together. It's ready. It's ready. The womb is already prepared. Everything's ready. Everything's prepared for that. For what? The physical is ready. Everything in the physical is in order. Everything is ready. Now we must get the spiritual ready so that Moshiach can be born. We are in the birth pangs. Okay? Moshiach is in the womb of Israel and Jacob. Already there, waiting for you to hear me and hear my voice. Waiting. But Jacob's trouble is the beginning of birth pangs and the beginning of sorrows. Father is sorrowful, so sorrowful, because one amongst you, as I explained, because the leavening of the Torah is amongst the people. All the people are full of the leavening. Everyone. The spiritual leavening is throughout all of Jacob. Okay? And now we've got to get rid of it. We've got to work together, Jacob. Listen to me. One amongst you has come against me. They judged me. This is his sorrow. One amongst you, because of that leavening, has used that leavening to judge me and condemn me, which is not a good thing. See, he gave Jacob a blessing, that anyone that blesses Jacob, he will bless. Anyone that curses Jacob, he will curse. Now he has raised up a servant amongst you, who is also out of the seed of Jacob. When you come against a servant that he has raised up, just like Miriam came and they came against Moshe, think about it. He deals with them. He has to deal with them. They have to be dealt with, because they are representing the spiritual. And you're going to have to get everyone under control. That is the reason the Dead Sea started turning red. And if they continue to come against me, more of the Dead Sea will become red and red and red and red. If you continue to come against me, judge me, especially, don't judge me, ponder, but don't judge. If you continue to, anyone continues to judge me from amongst Jacob, I'm sorry. But if anyone amongst Jacob comes against their brethren, who is also Jacob, that Father has appointed as a servant, then the blessing on Jacob is taken away. And I showed you in the video before, one ounce, one speck of leavening ruins the whole loaf. Anyone amongst you has, let me phrase this correctly, has the authority to speak on behalf of all of Jacob. And if even one of you, comes against the servant of the living Yahweh that he has raised up for his purpose, their blessing will fall off of them immediately. And this is why, if it gets to the River Jordan, get ready, because he turned it red to let you know that he's going to bring a lot of stuff on you, and I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. I do not want that. But he has to bring you out of spiritual Egypt. You don't realize spiritual Egypt. The whole world is under spiritual Egypt. So you're going to have to, rabbis, you're going to have to tell the people, don't come against this one, no matter what. No matter what. We're watching. We're paying attention. But whatever you do, don't judge this one. Whatever you got to do. Because if the Dead Sea becomes full, it will dump into the Jordan. It will infect the Jordan. And if that happens, he's going to bring bloodshed amongst the people. No one has the healthy fear of the living Yahweh. You have to fear him. His people have to fear him. The fear of the living Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom, and you must start learning to fear him. He is sorrowful, but this is the trouble of Jacob. Do not, whatever Jacob, if you are Jewish and you're watching this, just keep your peace. I'm telling you, ponder it. Take it to the rabbis. Take what I'm speaking to your rabbis, and let it be. Just let it be. He has written his name on the wall for a reason. It's there for a purpose. It is because the burning bush that Moshe is the sign of Moshe to you, and the Moshiach, He's going to make them burn and not consume the bushes. How do we go there? How do we get there? Unto us a sign is given. Unto us a child is born, and a child will lead them when the lion lays with the lamb. The Torah and the wisdom. The wisdom is the lion, and the Torah is the lamb. The lion and the lamb, when they lay together, they will bring forth the Moshiach. Oh, praise you, O living Yahweh, for all that you do. Hear the words of your servant, O living Yahweh. He is going to send a hand to write on the wall. The sign of Daniel is upon us. He is going to write on the wall, and the only one that's going to see it is whoever the spiritual king of the people is. It's going to be a chief rabbi, someone like that. They're the only one that's going to see it. Write it on that wall. All the people will see the writing, but only the rabbi, this particular, whoever it is going to see the hand write it. And what you are to do is you're to go amongst all the people. Bring someone that is a man but has the mind of a child, like Down syndrome, something like that. Bring them all to the wall. He's going to put it into the one of them, what it means. And when that one who gives you the meaning will be the Moshiach. This is the child that will lead you. And when he gives you the interpretation thereof as a sign to you that he is the Moshiach, Father, Spirit will fall on those bushes. They will not be consumed. And this will let you know this is who he has chosen as his Moshiach. And as a sign that this is the time of Daniel, because he shut up everything until the time of the end. When he was in the lion's den, Father shut up the mouths of the lions. He is going to do that again in a different way. The lions all over this world are going to be rolling around. They are going to be sick. They're going to be... The only thing they're going to be able to speak is... They will speak. Daniel. 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 And that is to let the world know that we are in the times of what was written, the prophecies of Daniel. The lion of wisdom is getting ready to roar. And as a sign to you, not to fear him and not come against the servant that he has raised up. I look for his glory in all things. And as a sign to put fear amongst the people, for he will not tolerate you coming against me. Let the wicked come against me. But you do not come against me. None of you. No one amongst you. Do not. Whatever. Don't judge anything I speak. Nothing. As a sign, the one that judged me, and any that do. Yahweh, forgive me. I do not want to do this, but praise you, Father. All things work according to your glory and your will. I do not wish this upon them, but make sure that they do all that I say, so that they can come back and fear you properly. Oh, glory. Praise you, Yahweh. Praise you, my living Yahweh. You are holy forever and ever, and I praise thee, Father. Because this one perceived, because of the leavening of the Torah, that they were able to judge a servant of the Most High. And because they were never taught, no matter what, don't come against anyone speaking something that you don't understand. No matter what. No matter what they speak. Leave them be. Treat them like a plague. Treat them like poop in the roof of your mouth. Don't even speak it. Keep it to yourself. This is the sign of Sodom and Gomorrah. This is the sign that the generation feels that they are worthy to judge the servants of the Most High. Sodom and Gomorrah, when they were not destroyed because of homosexuality, as it has been taught, it is not. They were destroyed because they thought they were worthy to judge all that come amongst them. And this was a wicked, evil thing before Father, making themselves gods before the throne of the living Yahweh, believing that they were worthy to judge others. And he said, thou shalt have no other gods before me. No one is worthy to judge the servants that he raises up for his moment and his time. For I have a purpose, I have a place, and I have a job to do. And I am doing all that he has told me to do. All that he has told me to do. Because of this, she will become blind and deaf. And she will speak a strange language that she's never known. And she will not be able to communicate with anyone, and I mean anyone. She will weep constantly, and leprosy will take her over. Doctors will be confused and confounded because they have never seen anything like this before. They will do all these tests and say, well, there's nothing causing this that we can see. Nothing. And what is going on with her is going to spread. It will spread amongst the people. It will start slowly and then quickly. And someone will say to her, well, did you anger Yahweh? Did you anger him somehow? And she'll hear that. And when she hears that, she'll start repenting in her soul. Because she'll remember what she said to me and how she judged me. Someone will say these things. Did you judge someone that was a servant? Did you do this? Did you do that? They're gonna be just like, oh glory, the friends of Job. Did you do this? Did you do that? And she is gonna be like Job, but she will not be able to communicate. She will not be able to speak. Someone will have to bring her to the only person that can come to me, and that is Tobiah Singer. And when he comes to me and presents her to me, then I will go to Father and I will say, Father, what do you want me to speak? What do you want me to speak? So that they understand that they need to fear you, O living Yahweh. Oh, you're holy, O Yahweh. You are so holy. For these are the days of the Moshiach, and anyone coming against the servants that are coming to help this come to pass, they are coming against Moshe the same way Miriam and Aaron came against Moshe. It is not allowed. It is not allowed. Father, you're the living Yahweh. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy existence, and even so thy name. Thy kingdom is come, thy will is done on this earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses against thee. Teach us to forgive others the same way you forgive us, Father. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Oh, in your name, O living Yahweh, and in the name of Torah, praise you, O living Yahweh.